Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol RSLS. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like you this time frame that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Or in this situation, really just makes summarizing today's price movement pretty straightforward. I'm not trying to state the obvious or rub salt in one's wounds or anything like that, but I'm also not going to beat around the bush. And, this was just an absolute total pump and dump. You could call it a gap and trap. You could call it whatever you want, but it was pure bloodshed. That's what this one was. And as far as, going forward, yeah, the price could absolutely start to bounce, but I mean, just the absolute volatility on this one. And, if you're still in, you probably odds are going to have to just chalk this up as a brutal learning example. I mean, to think that people, it gapped up here and then people, we're buying this whole way up. And all of a sudden the price is down there, which to really show how bad it was. I mean, even if you actually bought right there on the gap up, even with the nice move it made after that, had you held, you're not only now losing money, you're losing actually quite a bit of money, which is, like I said, shows how nasty this actually was. If there is going to be any sort of bounce, going forward, the key levels of resistance to keep an eye on are going to be that purple line right there, which is the 50-period simple moving average. If the price can hold, break above there and hold up above it, then the next level of resistance to focus on would be that pink line there, which is the 200-period simple moving average. So those would be the hurdles to cross if any sort of bounce is going to generate any sort of worthwhile momentum. From a support standpoint, nothing complicated at all behind this. The bleeding today finally stopped down there at, what was that, right around $1.60. So $1.60 is that important area of support going forward, like I said, for nothing complicated other than the fact that that is where the downwards momentum stopped for today at least. So we'll see what happens with it going forward. Sometimes these can have some pretty nice knee-jerk, snapback bounces. So I'll be keeping an eye on it from that perspective. But yeah, as far as, summarizing the day in whole, just an absolute unadulterated pump and dump.
One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.